Hey everybody, it is Thursday. I don't know the date. It's April something. April 12th, I think it is, or something like that. But I came way up today. I'm by myself. I kind of have been loving going out with Callie. You know, Callie and me become good friends and probably always will be. And but I needed to get out. I've been waiting. The weather's been crazy, guys. Rain and snow, and it's just been windy. And today there's a wind advisory. It's actually so windy today. It's just starting now behind me. So I'm trying to get into this forest real quick. I just wanted to say hello as I start. I could have went somewhere where there's no snow, but I just have this draw. I cannot wait. It's been since I've gotten here where I've wanted to come back here. I know there's something special going on up here, and I haven't shown you any of it. Maybe I showed a little bit of footage in the snow where there was like this. They made this bridge across this little ravine. I'm hoping that's over there. I may miss that today. We'll see what happens. And I just want to head up. But as you can see, I'm at the highest possible elevation here. Well, at least at the base of the highest elevation. So it's, even at the base, it's higher than where I've been. I hope it's going to be walkable. Let me get through here without getting too wet, and let's go from there. I've had such a feeling about this place. Let's hope I'm not wrong. I could almost swear I'm not. I'm so sure of it without seeing it for some reason. Again, sorry. I move really fast with myself to try to get where I'm going. It's the only way. Me and Callie are discussing a long walk-in, a 10-mile walk-in camp out overnight. So let's see how that conversation goes. I'm just walking up into an interesting looking area. I mean, I see, even this to me is interesting. Oh yeah, I have the side open, sorry. Let's close that for a sec. I see really good structures. They have called to me to come in here and look at these structures. It's been on my head, in my brain, no matter what's going on in my life. I have this. It's like I gotta go here to get it out of my head. Now, I don't know if it's right here. It's somewhere up, way up that mountain. So I'm gonna see what happens. So luckily, for the first time, you guys gotta see the impressions on the ground. Oh my God. For the first time, I'm actually been able to walk through here. You can see the snow. Wow, look at this. Let me walk you up to the structure here. This is really cool. Yeah, I made this one seem easy because I knew this was, well, me and Callie were, I don't know how far that way, 500 yards or something. Walked in, there was way too much snow, and we left. Look at this. And I just knew to come here. There's places I know that are going to start getting good here already with activity. Down below here, 10 miles, but I'm really going for, I'm still looking for the spots that, look at that X. Like the special spot here. There's a lot of special spots here, but I'm talking about like the ultimate kingdom. It's somewhere up here. I'm going to find it. That way we have a place, if nothing happens today, like vocals or anything, I kind of get an idea of where to be for that. That's how I do it anyway. Look at this. Man, it really smells like fresh wood, like someone's been cutting wood. Look at this wallow. I always do this, sorry. I'm like, look at this wallow. Like I wave, like I'm hypnotizing you. Look at that. Look at that, actually. This is great because This is only, ooh, birds. We got birds right on top of me. I can't see them, but I heard them. You heard them, right? That double X. Trident leaner. So when I'm doing this stuff, you guys, kind of bear with me. It's not, I know we've seen a lot of these structures before. That's not what I'm doing today. I'm not showing you. I am showing you the structures, but it's not what it's about. I'm always exploring, always trying to find the next thing, and this is just a part of it. I want to take you with me as I do it, because if something does happen, crazy up here, I want to, I want the camera, I want it to be on there. Another structure. This is an amazing spot. I love this here. As you can see, you can tell I'm pretty far up, but I'm actually only about a mile right now from where I parked. There's maybe a little bit more. All right, long clip. Let me keep going. I see a lot of snow above me, but it can only get better. And if not, I'm going to move over and up. I want to find that bridge. There's a bridge that Sasquatch built. Wait till you see it. I hope the snow's melted around it. Give me a sec. Definitely going the right way. See, to me, that X is talking about here. And I'm inside, believe it or not, a world of theirs. It's amazing how in here there's no snow. Very little snow. And just hundreds of yards to my right, it's 3 feet deep. Because all these trees they've pushed over have helped to expedite the melting. I'm pushing myself today. Like, I'm just fast as I can. Trying to get up here. Look at that X. That's amazing. It's barely noticeable because it happens way at the top. Look. But it's so pretty. That's an amazing X. It's getting better and better as I get to the ground. These are all hangouts. Ooh, I got bone. It's probably got, I bet you, what do you want to bet? Without looking, this bone has teeth marks and all the marrow sucked out of it. That's the only bones I find on their perches. Hasn't been there that long. Tons of teeth marks. Marrow sucked out. They just chew on this thing. Look at all the scrapes. There's really teeth marks there. Like, he's really chewing on that. I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't have known if I hadn't found so many on their perches, but this is one of their chewing things. Trust me, this is a spot. Look. There's a spot right there. There's no doubt about it. I got disturbances everywhere. Footprints. Recent disturbances. It doesn't look like a footprint, but something moved something. I got brand new trees down. And it's real wallowed, so I'm really liking this. Gonna just keep pushing up. I'm really happy that like I said, I think I'm jumping the gun, but I really need to take a look at this area. And I figured, like I said a while back, I would do this a lot, before Patreon and stuff on my own, and then just wait to film like a good video for you once in a while. But enough people, quite a few, said, no, please film us every time. So that's why I'm doing this. Showing the structures over and over, showing different areas. Because you'd be surprised after you see a lot of the same stuff over and over, your brain just starts to piece things together. And it's an education, basically. I don't get how if I walk right there, that snow starts and it doesn't melt. I might have to go back down. Because where I want to go is going to be way, way, way up there. And I can see it from here. It just becomes full snow. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. To me, this is a really cool, really clean, see how clean it is? Open place of wallows. everywhere you look. And it's all them. I mean, it's clearly marked. Look. Chew down bones and X's everywhere. But nothing, you know, too beautiful to film. So I'm gonna kind of go over here a little bit. I think this is a great spot, you know, for if you want a nighttime, you sit here. You know, it's funny. People say, oh, you guys are crazy, right? But the people that believe in Bigfoot, I don't see one of them saying they'll come out here and spend the night. Like I challenge anybody. It's an official challenge. And this could be if, you know, one of you guys wants to tell somebody that's talking a bunch of crap, come out here and I'll take the guy. It'll be a great video. I'll put him, you know, I'll pick a great spot, leave him a camera, and that's it. You know, that's all you need. No guns, nothing like that. I can't leave you with any weapons. So it has to be someone that's experienced outdoors. You know, maybe like a knife or something, but not. No, I cannot allow you to bring a gun in here. Look. Most of all, because you're a non-believer, and secondly, I don't know you, and I'm not going to put you armed with my Bigfoots. Not going to happen. Me and Callie have never even touched, except for one night where I had to draw my gun, but in a Bigfoot world. But aside from that, we have never even put our hands on our weapons in this place. Look at this. Something was walking big time right through here. Or used to, or last spring or something. I don't know if this area is. I have a feeling that they're in places like across, you know, the burnt areas, and then way down, there's no snow at all. I just thought, like, maybe this, you know, maybe there'd be less snow here. They just got back. Look at that. Twisted and tweaked. Now, is it a coincidence that whenever you see that, that's them, okay? Because there's the X on the ground. Giant X next to it. A beautiful one. Oh, you know what? Let me change my settings to 4K. I've realized that my videos are not in 4K. Well, I'll do it. You know what? I'll do it one more time. So I apologize to everyone about the 4K. So it's technically being filmed in 4K, but on a lower resolution, because it was just filling my cards up, and when you're working with the editors, it just doesn't render fast enough, and it takes all day waiting for things to render. So I lowered it. That's why there's not a 4K option right now on YouTube. They're just not ready for it yet. But it's coming, you know, so maybe I'll try a full-blown 4K next video. Look at these, it's like X City up here. That's all they do, I swear to God. That's a whole, like, wallow place, and you'll see a couple, like, where there's two and stuff like that, but mostly it was just, like, these incredible X's, and then the bend with, like, you know, an X like this. And then you got this, look, there's another X. So this is definitely living quarters. This is where they're sitting. You know, at least when they're here. You know, when they're doing their thing in the woods. I don't believe they sleep in the woods unless they're taking a nap. You know, this would be one of the spots. Look at that blockage up there. I wonder if that's worth taking a look at. It's certainly worth getting a timestamp on. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to walk up to that on this clip. So it's coming, you guys. Just bear with me. Today, the wind is crazy today. Luckily, like I said, in the forest, you guys, up there, it is so windy, it's unbelievable. In here, it's not so bad. There's actually a warning. Look at Loveland, Colorado. Well, I'm an hour from there, but it gives you an idea. There's a warning for wind today. And yesterday, the RV was just waving back and forth in the wind. It was crazy. I heard the lady next to me going, "Oh my God," because her RV was blowing around. And I'm talking to the guy, just to clarify, you guys, living in an RV, I was really woken up to that. Looks like a spot right there underneath those. I always thought, like, oh, it's cheap or something. Let me tell you, living in an RV is really expensive. It's a luxury. The guy pulled into me next to me. He's got like a Snap-on truck It's not a Snap-on truck, but it's like an International with a huge, giant RV in the back. And I was like, how much is that? He's like, 300,000. I was like, oh my God. You know, it's like, it's not a cheap thing. It's not, you're not living in a trailer park. So an RV park, completely different than living in a trailer park. Not that there's anything wrong with living in a trailer park. In fact, I think I'd rather be in a trailer because it's, you know, you can make it more of a home. But it's a little less expensive. You know, the RV, you're basically renting spots, and it becomes pretty expensive. Interesting area. The way it is, it's like, you know, that's why every time I do this, I tell you, this is so amazing. This is so, because it's always different and always cool and always different. I mean, you see how open and clean that is right there? Look at that. There's no sticks. It's maintained, you guys. There'd be a stick in there. You know, it would look like this. Every second there's a stick falling from a branch somewhere. That's one thing trees do. That has been maintained and clean, and it's like that throughout that whole forest that I just walked in. That's a spot. You can tell by looking right there. I've been seeing that a lot here lately. I see an X with a field goal under or above it. There's your 3. And here's this thing. Where is it? I don't even know what I'm looking at. It was just a big pile up of, see, here's the snow starts getting deep. It might not look it, but it's deeper than you think. See how that log just disappears? And I just don't see, it's not like I'm afraid to walk in the snow, but I just don't see the point, because this is full-fledged sun too. Because what I'm thinking is, I wanted to look at the spot over here, but I'm thinking maybe of trying another spot today, like getting back in the car, walking all the way back out. Here's the trouble, guys. Here it's so hard, okay? There's no easy day for me. Oh, Mark just ran out from the video, went home. It's not like that here. There's snow going down my shoes right now. No matter what, you gotta walk miles and miles in. Nothing happens until miles in. Yeah, a couple little tiny structures, but there's this thing I was zooming on. You know, you can't even tell that that's all made right there. Yeah, I want to get out of the snow. I'm not feeling it. Like, I don't feel them right now. That doesn't mean anything, but I want to have chills and stuff. So here's what I was zooming on. Just a big mess. See how deep the snow is? Look at that. See me today? It goes right down. You don't want to see my legs. I don't have bad legs, I just haven't seen the light of day in years, because I'm always out here. You can't wear shorts out here, so I wouldn't recommend it. You could, I guess, but I mean, if I showed you my shins are just blood, scrapes and cuts and like bashes, and you know, one in indents. Like, I get some really, really bad ones. It's from stumps when you're going through tough areas and they have parts of the branches still sticking out, and you hit it. Oh, it's so painful. All right, let me figure out what I'm doing. You know, all this is just setups for what's above it. I gotta get way up there. I want to get 2 more miles that way, because on another day, because I won't leave here until I do, because I gotta get up there, because it's just, there's something going on, and I have this draw to go there. I gotta go. Like, I can't emphasize enough how bad I gotta go up that way. But it's looking to me like a couple more weeks easily, even at 60. It's gonna be 70 degrees in town today. And then tomorrow it goes back to 50. But I think we're getting there where, you know, we're gonna start staying consistent. You know, and seeing snow here shows me that, you know, I'm not even close to Ready and Holy Cross or Bigfoot Universe yet, because there's way more snow there, and it's much higher elevation. And a different part of Colorado, so they have feet there. But I think it's melting, so that's good. Can't wait to go home. I can't wait to go home. I have no rush, though, to get out of here. I love this area. I am getting hung up with snow. Notice how clean the middle is. I'd love to see them like activating one of these structures, like That's why he can just sit there. Somehow this is connected to the other energy, and that's what allows him to go zoop. Look at this X. Oh, I wasn't expecting one that good. Look at that. Oh, I got a good little spot here with structures. You know, it doesn't look active to me. It doesn't mean anything. You know, I can just tell you what it looks like. You know, Holy Cross, I'd see a big circle with all those pine trees pushed across, and he had just been there with a footprint where he stood up and walked away. Here, it doesn't look like they're back here yet. I guess, you know, they like the better weather. They like not being near the snow. I don't know. These are all guesses, you know. Nice bend. Little structure, little star structure. Nothing too incredible, but nevertheless, this is all them. Get some real blockage here. I think what I'm gonna do is get out of here. I gotta get out of this snow. I wanna go down, I'm gonna follow this ravine down. I've gotta go up there. Right there, look at this X. This is them, okay? Let me show you this. This is really cool. So you got the one down there, right? See how it leans? It's holding. Then you got a trident type, or it's actually a big giant fork coming up to cross with this one. And then you have a beautiful giant X. And again, it's on this side, facing in here. You got your triples right here. Sorry, facing in there. On the other side of in there, which is about half a mile that way, you have, I showed you X's that are on this side facing in. So this is what this does is that X is quarantining this side of this. It shows you their places. It shows you the spots. It's so obvious. Look at this. You know, when you have a giant X is on this side, look. It's showing you you're coming into the spot. Then you go into the middle and it's just like X's, you know, like facing downward, showing you that they're there, you know. This is showing you that they're right in here. Here's your typical X, again, with a field goal. This one's field goal off to the right. A lot of times it'll go under or above. So I'm starting to believe that this one doesn't even matter as long as it's going through. Or I'll see, you know, there was a third one touching the X somehow, typically. And in this case, there you go. This one's on the bottom. These are the best X's, the ones I constantly will show you. They're undeniable. You can show anybody that you know. There's nothing they can say. Typically this one will be pinned on this side, but it's the same idea. You see how this one has so much pressure here? Like this thing, look at the whole X move as I push. It's so strong, it'll be there forever. No amount of wind will ever move that, because this is on the back side, this is on the front side. Those are the best X's. It's absolutely impossible for nature to do that. It's not possible. Over 50 billion times it couldn't do it. It would have to be pushed in and wedged like that. It's too strong. A lot of people know what I'm talking about because I point those out all the time. They're the undeniables. I have 60-foot X's that are like that. You know, that's the other thing. A lot of people don't understand that this isn't where they don't seem to get that this is the winter time, right? These are just like I don't even want to call them investigations. They're just, you know, I'm exploring these areas so I have a better understanding of what's happening here. I have a better understanding of where to go, you know, when I have full access. What seemed to be the best places? What was the most exciting? What had the best structures? Did we get noises there? You know, pretty soon, like all that's etched in my brain right now so far with what I got here, and I know where to go, what to do, you know, once I have full access, you know. So these are just explorations that people want me to film. A lot of times I would just do this without the camera on. It's much easier, faster. I know down here, I didn't see it coming up because I walked from a mile that way. And but when me and Callie came in, we found this incredible bridge built. This looks like all them too right here. I don't know why they're going so nuts on this ravine right here. I know trees fall across ravines, but not like this. And I'm going to show you why, hopefully, in a second. I'm really hoping the snow is melting around out there. Wait till you see the amount of sticks they made and put across this. And I feel like it's right here somewhere. Oh, here we got a lot of pine. Okay, look at this. Oh, tons of disturbances, like big, giant disturbances. Look at that footprint. I got bones. And huge, look at that. There's a huge footprint right there. And it's a giant pile of just too many pine cones again, with nothing above it where it was coming from. Here's a spot. No doubt about it. He loves this ravine right here. Right there. It's all soft. Look how mushy and disturbed it is. I say that sometimes and the camera can't see it, so just trust me. That was the most disturbed area I've seen yet. See this? These aren't just trees falling over. You see how this is still in the ground? It was pushed at one point, still on the ground, pushed at one point. Makes an X there, makes an X there. This is all Sasquatch. Look at all the eating that's going on here. Those are all pine trees, all pine cones under there. Now we also have a situation like that. I'm almost willing to believe that's like a prairie dog type of thing. You know, you'll have we have ground animals too that will do that. But and they only eat around their holes. They drag the stuff in the holes, and you'll see the hole, and there'll be stuff around it, but it doesn't accumulate to 6 feet deep. Like the other day. Look at this. I wonder what's up with this. I've never seen them hang out near a ravine like this before, where they have spots above it and do stuff like in here. It's so weird. I guess I'm higher up than I thought. And unless this isn't the ravine, I'll be really upset if that's not it, because that's half the reason I came here was just to see that without snow on it. All right, give me a sec. This disaster area. It's like these little holes in there. I tell you, this is so crazy in here because I have never quite seen anything set up like this before. It's not really the forest here, it's the way they've done it. It's so different. They just twist and break, and look at that. Look at that old twist. I mean, there's no way you could twist that tree like that. Look at that. I mean, that thing just went nuts on that tree. There's just too much going. You see how it's not just stuff falling over, it's always stuff that's done, you know? Look at that. I don't know why here. I can't figure this part out. Because this isn't to block, it might be to be in there. That's what I'm thinking, it's to be down in there. Just, you can clearly be in there. Kids, juveniles, who knows? I don't know if that's the ravine with that bridge. Well, you guys have seen it. I don't even remember, but in the snow, I threw a clip in, and there was this I didn't talk, I was just filming this. I know it's hard to believe. I was just filming this hundreds of sticks that were put together to make a bridge across that ravine, or a ravine that looks like it. And I don't know exactly where I am in the woods, but I know about where my car is. I just have to go down there somewhere. I'll find it. So I'm hoping I'm still on the right ravine and just walked up way too far. On the camera because I got the loudest thumping noise you've ever heard. I could feel it on my feet. I said, you guys, please look in here. Because I was making noises. I don't want to see them or anything. I don't care about the seeing. I mean, it'd be cool and everything, but that's not my. Once you've done it as many times as I have, which isn't that many times, probably 5 times. 5 incredible, more than that, but 5 that have just been standoff, incredible interaction. You know, I'm good with that. Once you have that, you don't care. It's like you kind of start to understand that it's just part of how they have to do this. And I think we all just need that one glimpse. That's the one big thing is we believe this. Mark, I believe your structures and stuff, but you've never seen a Bigfoot before, or anything else out here for that matter. And by the way, I've never seen anything else out here. I want to say that for the record. Look how eerie and weird. You got your X there, right? Mismatched with volume, with size. It's just, we see it a lot where they use one. A lot of times they'll be identical, but other times they clearly use one bigger, one smaller. Don't understand that part of it. It's weird. There's absolutely no sun in there, but it's completely melted. I don't get that. And there you got snow with full sun, and it's not melting. You know what I mean? Go figure that out. There's literally no sun there. I'm pointing the camera right at the sun. See? It's right up there. And there's not one little drop of snow. Yet here, the sun's full exposed, and it's still 2 feet of snow. There's something up with that too. Here's this ravine. I think this might be where it is down here. Give me a sec. Such a unique area. There's so many here. You guys will notice one thing I don't ever do is mention numbers, like how many I think there are, because if I told you, you wouldn't believe it. Trust me. Even my best friend, like whoever you are, if I tell you the numbers, you're not going to believe me. There's only a few people in the world that I've noticed that get it. Look, that understand the numbers. Look, it's up and let's just put it this way. It's up and beyond anything in your imagination. Well, you can imagine it, but it's incredible amounts. It's, in fact, here, I'll just say it. Their numbers match or even rival ours. Yeah, so there's billions of these creatures on Earth. Go work with that one. You know what I mean? Why should I make it more difficult, you guys? Why would I make up that there's so many that you can't believe it? Unless it's true. I mean, wouldn't it be easy to be like, listen, I think there's about 400 of them here. You know, you might believe that. No, there's more than you could ever imagine. There you go, Leonard, right there. You just gotta trust me on that one, okay? It's so many. The numbers are so high, you wouldn't even believe it. I'm talking about in places that you would never think they exist. Now, I'm not even talking about here. Okay, this is where it gets interesting. Let me start a new clip here. All right, this is like Sasquatch Central right here. I don't even know why those guys have that name if they do nothing to do with Sasquatch. It doesn't make any sense. People just talk about it. No one does anything. I don't want to see posts that are cartoons anymore. I don't want to see you just making up a question. Like, you guys, it kills me. I don't want nothing to do with it. Let's talk about what's real, not fake. If it's amusing to you and just takes up your time, great. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But don't try to apply that stuff to our actual research and exploring, because it just makes it harder. All right, so this is where it gets cool. Look at this. You can clearly tell. I don't have to convince anybody. Look, something's going on here, right? You got your X here. Wait till you see this. You got your X here. Look at this. This is incredible. I get so excited when I get things like this. This is why I come out here. Just so if it was just one time all day, my whole day out here for 8 hours, if I could just find what I'm about to walk over to, I am so happy. Now, look, I love this. I love being in these areas, but I'm beyond that. I got to keep pushing beyond that. And then guess what? I'm going to get into something else that's going to blow your mind, and I'm going to have to get behind that too. And it's never going to stop until we start getting some satisfying stuff. I'm never going to give up on it, you guys, I promise. This is beyond like a job. Like, let's say some guy hired me as a job. This is what I did. I worked for some Bigfoot company, and they're like, okay, Mark, you got 40 hours. We'll give you $50,000 a year. You get a company car. You can expense your miles. That would be a job. It would suck. It'd be like, all right, make sure you're there at 7. You know, it's like all of a sudden, you know, everything changes now because I'm not out there under the right. You got to be out here with the right, I don't want to say constitution, with the right, you know, intentions. Like, you got to have the right, you got to have positive energy. You got to be, everything has to be right or it doesn't work. You're going to walk around in it and people are going to film me this. That's all that's going to happen. People that don't have that gift yet from them can only find things like this. They're not going to allow them to get to the best places. They just simply look at you and make you go the other way. And you'll never know it until you get used to that. You'll never know it. And to get used to that, you have to come into a place like this hundreds of times. I'm still not used to it. Sometimes I don't know it, and sometimes I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I feel like I'm like, I just did drugs. All right, so shh, Mark, shut up, Mark. Shut up. Let's go over here. Look at this. Now, the structures on the other side are amazing. Look at this bridge. I don't think anybody's ever seen anything like this before. Okay, take a look around, okay? Nobody came up here and built this bridge. Let's make it very clear, okay? There's no people here, and there never is gonna be where I am. It's not gonna happen. You could never get here, and you're never going to. And this is what you get. Look. And I'm not even near as far as I need to be. Look at this. I'm gonna walk over it, and then I'm gonna film it from the side because it's unbelievable. Look how all of the sticks are the same. It actually looks a lot like, you know, like the TP1s. You know what? I could really hurt myself on these. Let me go down this one. My foot, if one breaks, I mean, that's how you break your leg. Look at that. Now why is the question. You know what I mean? Look at that. Okay? And just for your, if you need backup, okay? Like, I would swear on my entire family that Sasquatch did that. Does that help you believe it? And I love my family very much. And I would never swear on them typically, but it's more of just trying to make a point to you that that's how wholeheartedly I know what that is. It's not, I don't think that Bigfoot did this. I don't have to wonder whether Bigfoot did this. I know wholeheartedly. Look. And I think most of you guys did too. That's what's cool. That's what's cool about my channel being blacked out. I've said this already. You know, it leaves us all alone, kind of. You know, we're getting a couple randoms, but you still get the one complete idiot that signs on. We just laugh at that guy. Does he really think I care that he hits the thumbs down button? Like, I think it's funny as hell. Like, because every channel gets thumbs downs. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do on YouTube, someone's thumbs down on you, you know? In fact, the better you are, typically the more thumbs down you get, because I notice in other people's videos, because people get so jealous that it's not them doing it, you know? It's crazy. I don't understand that. Look. So sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent with this, but look, I don't get it, you guys. If we do not unite as a people through this, I see the segregation going on every day. I see it because I'm Colorado Bigfoot, and I get, you know, I'm added to all these groups, and I see all the problems, and I don't really post in them or anything, but I see what's going on sometimes, and it's ridiculous how separate everybody is. You know, this guy, I'm leaving this group. This is ridiculous. All they do is post pictures of pareidolia. I'm leaving this group. I'm doing this. I don't believe you on this. It's like, do you realize how stupid you are? I don't care who you are. I could be talking to myself even in some circumstances. It's you that are the problem, not the group. Okay? The group doesn't know anything. Nobody knows shit. So as soon as you're talking about and making stuff up with your brain, you're gonna have these conflicts. So open your minds. Everybody unite, and let's just be friends, man. I don't understand it.